Hello students, welcome to our class. This is Ms. Harlene Francisco, your MAPEH teacher. We are now on our first quarter, week 4, and we will be focusing on health education, and for today's lesson we will be discussing about gender and human sexuality. You are expected to do the following. Discusses basic terms in sexuality as an important component of one's personality, explains the dimensions of human sexuality, analyzes the factors that affect one's attitudes and practices related to sexuality and sexual behaviors. Sexuality is a natural and healthy part of life. It is everything about being a male or female. It's the most important aspect is masculine or feminine identification. Sexuality involves the name given at birth, the toys played with, the clothes worn, the friends played with, the roles and responsibilities at home, and it provides a sense of self-worth. Here are the terms that we need to study and analyze. The first one is sex. Sex is the biological basis of being a male or female. It is either two main category, male and female, to which human and most other living things are divided into the basis of reproductive functions. The second term is gender. Gender is a social concept on how men and women should think, feel, and act. It refers to femininity or masculinity of a person's role and behavior as defined by society. Gender is also either of the two sexes, male or female, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than the biological ones. The next is gender equality. Gender equality permits man and woman equal enjoyment and human rights. There is gender equality when people of all gender have equal rights, responsibilities and opportunities. The next is gender role. It refers to the set of roles, characteristics, and expectations of how a man or a woman should feel, think, and act, as influenced by parents, peers, and society. It is the role or behavior learned by a person as appropriate of their gender, determined by the prevailing cultural norms. And finally, the term sexuality. It is defined as integral part of what we are. The way we experience and express ourselves as sexual beings. It is a total expression of individual self-concept. Sexuality is all about your sexual feelings, thoughts and attractions towards other people. Sexuality is diverse and personal, and it is an important part of who you are. We have here the dimensions of sexuality. Let us try to identify what dimension of sexuality is being described. The first one is physical self. It is the way you look as man or as a woman. Next is mental self. It is the way you think as a man or as a woman. The next is social self. It is the way you interact with others. The fourth one is emotional self. It is the way you feel about yourself and others. And the last one is ethical self. It is the way you value relationship. Sexuality means you have to be aware of yourself better. As you grow older, you will experience a range of social, emotional, and physical changes. As this occurs, you need an intensive knowledge on how to deal with your attitude and behavior. Sexuality refers to your attitude and behavior towards yourself. Be aware of the following and answer through your thoughts. Sexuality towards yourself. How you see yourself. How you think of yourself. How you feel about yourself and how you love yourself. Sexuality is best understood through the help of other people around you. Sexuality refers to your perceptions, feelings and behaviors towards others. Sexuality towards others. How you see others. How you think of others. How you feel about others. And how you love others. The way you see yourself is influenced by many people. It is important to maintain a good relationship with others. They will support you and give you confidence, provide companionship, and keep you from being alone. We have here factors affecting sexual attitude and behavior. We have self, media, family, culture, and peers. Healthy attitude that can influence sexual behavior. Which of these do you possess? Self. Appreciates own body. Takes responsibility for our own behavior. Knowledgeable about sexuality issues. Family. Communicates effectively. Able to express love to your family. Performs duties at home. Peers. Express love and intimacy in appropriate ways. Have the skills to evaluate readiness for mature relationship. Interact with both gender in appropriate and respectful ways in all aspects. Culture. Shared patterns of behavior, interactive, cognitive, contracts, and understandings that are learned through socialization. IT can be defined as collection of learned and easily identified beliefs and practices. Every culture has its own set of norms dictating sexuality and sexual health. Media. IT has long been recognized that media and newer media help shape behaviors. Media exposes public attitudes on many topics, especially sexuality, gender roles, and sexual behavior. Gender and sexuality are two issues that affect your life as a teenager. These two have some of the greatest impact on how you view yourself and deal with other people, especially with opposite sex. Sexual feelings are normal and healthy as teenagers. You will experience a heightened desire to explore your sexuality, which is again healthy. Managing sexuality-related issues should be funded, particularly self-respect and respect for others. I hope that you learned something from our discussion. Here's what you will need to answer on our first quarter, Week 4, Health 8. Written activity number 1 is on page 11 of our module. Learning task 4. Written activity number 2 is on page 16 of our module. Learning task 4. And for our performance task, using a bond paper, make a poster regarding any of the topic discussed. Choose only one topic: decision making, gender and equality, and sexuality. Write a short message/explanation of the poster made at the back of the paper.